You are listening to Chapter 2 of the Ranger's Diaries, Waking Up in the Mire. I hope you enjoy it. Please consider commenting and subscribing. It's very important. Thank you very much. Second day of my story, and I heard a voice say, it was a single word, not even. The voice managed just a whisper. It was broken, tired, and there was echo. Then another voice said, "You are not dead." And then it was all black again. A raspy, crunchy sound in my ears. I was asleep. How? I woke up again. Where was I? This was not the same place as before. For what I could see, it looked like my house, but all cracked and poorly aged. Wall. It was a wall. I was touching it with my head. Dad. Was that my voice? It was scratchy and painful to talk. I was biting my own arm. Why? Stop it. It's wrong. Why would I bite? What word am I searching for? Yes, I was good. I had no reason to bite myself. I spat out a bloody brown and grey chunk on my arm. That was not the right color, but I was a good person. Yeah, good. I realized the room looked wrong, or maybe it was my vision that was wrong. I could see the floor and what was in front of me at the same time. That should not have been possible. Also, my left eye kept on showing me the floor only. I closed the right eye and, yeah, floor, closer than it should be. I reached out my left hand and I touched something squishy dangling under my nose, round and rubbery. When I touched it, the room looked wrong again. I think it was my left eye. Rip off, push back, inside. I pushed the eye back in my head with way too much force. I felt dizzy, so sleepy. It all went black again. I was not sure how long I spent sleeping, but something inside was telling me it had been a long time. My head this time was laying on the floor. The smell around me was really not good. It was like rotten onions and fish. I noticed insects and maggots crawling in front of my face. There were a lot of them, and then I finally picked my head off the ground and I was able to use my arms a little to push against the floor. Both my eyes seemed to work now. There were others around, dead. All of them were dead. We were all in the same room, the fridge, and I was not even sure that this was my family. There were 3 skeletons, blackened and dirty, with dark green and black sludge. For a moment I thought it could be anyone. My family could have been still alive, somewhere. But then I turned my head to the right, and I better saw the smaller skeleton, with clear signs of predation on its bones, lots of bite marks on the face and hands. My brother had a big scar on his forehead from when he had fallen into the water during the harvest festival trying to beat Mandrake in a log rolling contest. They had tried to make each other fall into the water, and even though Ferris had fought hard, he was smaller and less strong. When his stamina had run too low, Mandrake had pushed him off, and my little brother had hit his head on the trunk. He wore that scar like a badge, not letting anyone take care of it, even though in the house we did have Mum, a professional healer, that could have fixed him without scars, with herbal pastes and little magic. But no, Ferris wanted a scar. He needed to grow and learn more, and he needed to beat Mandrake. He had wanted the constant reminder that he could be better. If that was not enough, the little skeleton had the same missing teeth my brother had, 2 of them at the bottom of his mouth, dead center. At this point, I could assume the taller skeleton was my mum, and the smaller, wider one was my dad. The entire room was expired, and it was dark. The fridge had little to no light by design to keep the food fresh for longer. I finally realized. I looked at my arm again. It was not just them. The voice had said so. I was dead also. Why was I moving then? And why only me? Why was I on the floor? I was scared. My whole family was dead, but I was not able to cry for them. It all felt so alien and impossible. I was breathing, and it felt cold inside. I shivered for a moment, hugging myself. So cold. I looked down at my hands. They looked gnarly, munched upon and oozy, like the rest of my family. I was covered in small and big bite marks too. My nails were broken. My fingers were also broken. Dark skin all over my arm. Maggots were under it. Big, fat maggots. I should have been in excruciating amounts of pain, and I was not. Both my mental and physical sense of pain were gone. I was a monster. That gave me pause. But I felt sad, alone. Did I kill them? Did I eat them? What am I? For a moment I thought I heard a noise, like a whisper or a rustling of leaves, but before I could focus on anything, my breathing started racing so fast it made my head pulse with the sludgy blood inside of me, and I felt worse. Please, God, at least tell me I did not eat them, I pleaded. I was not sure. I would never. Maybe. More rustling. I started crying, finally, but every little tear came out, and they hurt more than the worms under my skin. Taken by a sense of rejection and dread for what was happening, struggling to hold on to sanity, an urge took me. I started scratching myself in a frenzy. A sudden realization came as I was staring at my skin. Was this why I was biting myself before? Was I trying to stop the grubs while sleeping? Please don't eat me. Maggots, they looked grebe. Grebe? No, green. I felt sick. I was an abomination and they were eating me. No, wrong. I tried to move my legs from where I was now leaning onto the wall in a semi-sitting position. I needed to move, to think. I reached for a shelf on my left and pushed. I fell back down when the shelf slipped through my fingers. Away with you, carrions! I screamed. I flailed and punched at my skin, squashing the worms hard. I realized the reason why I could not stand up steadily was my feet were also broken, with bones sticking out of the skin. I was crying more now, and I felt nauseous as the wet and pasty goo of the carrions seeped under my skin, and I somehow tasted it also in my mouth. It felt acid and powerful, like having licked the liquid some old ladies used to clean the roads from animal droppings. Why was I this monster? I was feeling like I was waiting to wake up, even though I just had. This was not possible. I remembered going to bed. It was a cool, breezy night. I was home. I went to bed in the same room as Ferris, and small flashes of light started spinning in front of my eyes. I was again biting into my arm, so that is why I could taste the squashed maggots. In that moment, I had a thought. I did not smell as bad as I should. And then it all went away. Black again. No, I need me. I want me. Good. Why? I know, right? I have a headache. Please stop screaming. Not my voice. I jumped off the floor and hid in the shadow of the bamboo scaffolding to my left. Who was it? It was darker now, scary. I looked at my brother again. The skull was missing. Where did he go? Wait, I moved. I looked down at my feet and they were not broken any longer. It was scary for you? I am a snake and I'm talking inside your brain. I ate your brain. I do not eat brains. Also, you taste good, so I hate myself. Brain. The thing you should use to think with. Inside your head, it was covered in black tumors. I ate those too. But now it is back, mostly. And without the tumors, I am using my thoughts to talk to you. Don't eat me. No, I'm good. Do you think I want to? I don't have a choice. I'm hungry, and I know you taste excellent. I already partook, and I need to do so again if I want to survive. Look at me using big words. I guess your brain was extra smart. Well, thank you for the meal. I was slowing down, faltering, and everything spinning. Darkness welcomed me. I woke up again. It was later. It was morning. Did the snake just eat my brain again? You grew a new brain. Again. It is shiny now, golden. Not tumors at all. Well, more to eat for me. Shame for you. What are you? Who are you? Why do you want to eat me? I could feel the creature move inside of me, trying to reposition. Stop it now! I screamed. Oh, no, no, don't get confused. I can assure you, while you tasted quite alright, I do not want to eat you either. But here I am, inside your head, literally getting fat on brains, and I do not know how to get out any longer. I have no idea how I got in, either, and I keep on hearing a low, gravelly voice ordering me to eat you. Therefore, I have to eat. You want out? I will get you out. Watch me. I ran to the wall opposite the door, and I smashed my own head against it. It made a loud thud, and I could feel the creature's discomfort. Then I found the courage and my next breath and did it again. Surprisingly, the walls seemed to be caving in more than my forehead. My skin was not even in pain. I guess being dead had some advantages. What was happening to my brain was not advantageous though, so more banging. What are you doing? Stop it! You are going to hurt yourself. The voice of the snake was frantic. You ate me, and I do not care for you. I am dead. I died already. My family's dead. Do you think I'm scared of you? Why do you have to be like this? So dramatic. It hurts. Stop it this instant. Young lady. Your brain just sent sparks at me and zapped me. You freak. No, you get out. Now. I don't want to. Apologies for my harsh words. The voice is ordering me to keep eating. Also, I don't want to die. And I might die out there. And you will die inside of there also. I do not care for you. I will squeeze you out like the horrid parasite you are, and even if I have to open my head and fish you out with my own rotten hands. I kept throwing my head at the wall. It did hurt more now. It was a strange feeling. It tingled, and I felt woozy. I started coughing, and I felt wetness on my lip. I had a nosebleed. The blood was red, and not rotten like the rest of my flesh. I grabbed at my nose with 2 fingers. They also were no longer broken. I felt something soft and scaly, and I tried to pinch it out. I am the huntress. I eat. You get out. Out, out. I felt a gory ripping sound, and I could swear I was falling. while also being tethered to the ceiling by a single thread. My vision was going blurry. I opened my eyes and I saw a snake body in my hands. Not a head, though. No, stop it! You need me! You bloody ate me and I need you? Afraid not. I could not pull the oversized lug out, but I had a sudden spark of understanding. I could heal. I did not even need to do anything, and I would absorb the snake inside of me. But the wooziness was not normal. It was a new, hot, and debilitating sensation. A sudden thought shook me with realization. Did you just poison me? The world in front of me started spinning, and I hit the floor with my knees before retching. I felt sick again, even though I was dead. Was I dead? I was fighting for my life. The venom was slowly trickling down across the brain, to my spine, and into my bone marrow, as I could feel like hot metal being poured inside of me. I could smell nothing again. Better this way. I might be passing out again, or dying, but I was not sure it mattered. Of course it did not matter. I could sleep. Sleep made me tranquil, happy. Wait, no, it did matter. These were not my thoughts. They were her thoughts. I breathed again, in, out, flexed my core, pointed my toes in front of me, caught myself up, and clenched my jaw as hard as possible, thinking of squeezing the content of my cranium, twitching my ears, closing my eyes, clenching my fists. It hurts! You are hurting me! Enough with the lining, you prick! Of course I poisoned you! Her shouting voice was far away now, as for a moment I thought I felt sweaty shiver running down my back. My breath was labored and quickened. There was not enough oxygen reaching my lungs, which made no sense if I was dead already, so I finally decided I was not. I found it funny and I smirked. I touched my mouth, cleaning the sick off of it. Sweat? If it was wet for sure, really I was alive. But then it all went dark again. Just a moment, as I picked myself up before falling, screaming my lungs out, planting my long fingernails in my thighs. The voice of the self-proclaimed snake was just a seething, desperate, staggering whisper now. Why don't you want me? I can speak, I can help, I know things, and I am smart. No, I don't need you. You lie and eat like everyone else, but I can throw you away. I said with its body still in my hand. Poison was running through me, but I had all of its body, minus one head. We were probably both going to die soon, but I had won. I wished I was dead again for a moment, just to run away from the racing pain, I thought. But then I shook it off. Be a woman, Argenta. These thoughts are beneath you, and you are the huntress. You'll survive. I kept on shivering, feeling hot inside my bones and cold on my skin. I was sweating what felt like buckets of brownish, sludgy water, but I knew it couldn't be as I had almost no liquid in my body. I felt like I was chewing it. It felt real. I was eating the snake's body. It was long, at least 1 meter. God's sake! I knew I was moving slowly and I found something else in the pantry. Rotten food of all sorts. And then I lost my sight. But it was me again. I felt like I was floating in a cottony hollow, where only the fleeting feeling and sounds of my eyes darting behind my eyelids were available to me. It was an odd feeling, as my eyes were also losing moisture and rapid movements at a dry, grating, high-pitched dragging sound from inside my head, like flaking cheese on a metal grater. And it felt like a friction burn every time my eyes spasmed too fast. I was reaching out with my hands, grabbing, eating, chewing. I felt pain again, less of it. The snake probably had blocked most of my pain before to make me compliant, but it was all back. As thoughts resurfaced above the roiling tempest of a headache that was whistling inside my own head, words and concepts that were alien to me were plainly uttered by the annoying and condescending voice of the snake. You have survived a deadly amount of pain surge into your brain. You have killed and eaten the mythical offspring of the snake Ouroboros. The skill Poison Resistance is created. Poison Resistance Basic Level 1. A deadly creature or myth in a war that is not yours has bitten your brain and poisoned your bone marrow. The poison is still in your system and it will stay there forever, but you are able to partly resist the effect. Poison resistance ranks up to basic level 3. The unique skill Hymn of Desperate Love was imprinted in your soul as some being kept of asking for your good health with prayers and wishes every day and night for more than 10 years. Hymn of Desperate Love. As long as your soul is intact, inside of your body, it will be possible for you to regenerate part of your body once more. Your brain or heart are not excluded. Hymn of Desperate Love has lost part of its original effectiveness due to overuse recreating your brain repeatedly, but is still able to help you stay alive in desperate situations once only. Its limits are not clear. Please do not lose another brain anytime soon. Your wish for death might be granted otherwise. I survived. I am the Huntress. Hear me roar! I really did roar, wilder than a worgen, with everything that I had, releasing all of my anger, sadness, and power. I was alive, for now at least. Thank you for listening to Chapter 2 of the Ranger's Diaries. I am so overwhelmed by the reaction, and I see that the viewings of the first chapter are keeping on going up, and it's all amazing. And once again, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. I wish you enjoyed this second chapter, and I will be back soon with chapter number 3. Have a good day.